Well, thank you, everyone. My name is Samuel Garcia. I'm the Manager of Supply Chain, Industry Affairs and Supply Chains at the Australian Food and Grocery Council. My role today is to provide you with an industry perspective on how we can achieve growth and efficiency through collaboration with your trading partners. Before I do that, I want to give you an overview of what the Australian Food and Grocery Council is and what the Trading Partner Forum is, because that might be something that you're not familiar with. The Australian Food and Grocery Council is a member-based organization that represents manufacturers and suppliers of food, beverage, and groceries in Australia.
There we go, that should be done.
Okay. And our member base has a really good distribution of small, medium, and large members across different categories. So we're basically post-farm gate, pre-retail. That's kind of like our sweet spot. The Australian Food and Grocery Council works in terms of policy and advocacy, helping, it works with suppliers to make policy recommendations. We put it forward to the government, but we also work in assisting members in dealing with complex issues. Think about everything that happened in supply chains after COVID, pallet requirements, pallet availability, that sort of thing. But we also work in the pre-competitive space with other industries and stakeholders. It's this pre-competitive space where the Trading Partner Forum comes in. The Trading Partner Forum is a group of suppliers and retailers from Australia and New Zealand, and it looks at how we can develop improvements in the end-to-end supply chain through collaboration, and it's all about the alignment of standards across Coles, Woolworths, Metcash, Countdown, and Foodstuffs. In terms of the Trading Partner Forum itself, our output is open source and it's freely available to you. You can download it, all the information that we have developed for industries on our website. It's by industry, for industry. The programs or projects that we work on are chosen by the industry. So these are issues that we see across the end-to-end supply chain, and this is done at an executive level. And then what happens is that members of the industry participants and retailers would form a working group, and they will deliver the outcomes that the executive committee has set up. Now, when Matthews reached out to participate in the session on understanding retailer supply chain, as an economist, the first thing that popped into my head was the importance of data and the importance of data in an increasingly digitized and automated food and grocery sector. Within the Trading Partner Forum, one of the key initiatives that we have is on data quality. And this program emphasizes on the importance of accurate and timely data in an increasingly digitized supply chain. And it focuses particularly on foundational information of product master data. In 2019, suppliers, retailers, and the Australian Food and Grocery Council, we collaborated to develop the Supply Chain Master Data Integrity Alignment Guide, which aims to help trading partners achieve improved outcomes in the level of accuracy and alignment within and between businesses for several commonly used product master data points for trade units and logistic units, such as dimensions and other key aspects of data. We all know that inaccurate and misaligned data between trading partners, particularly in the FMCG sector with their retail partners, can lead to inefficiencies and risks for everyone. And as our supply chains have become more automated and complex with automated distribution centers, new routes to market, in an omni-channel environment, these challenges become even more pressing. Since 2019, consumers, regulators, and shoppers have been demanding more transparent product and value chain information in digital formats and supported by real-time data at a more granular level than ever before. And this trend has become more important now And we can now see examples in other markets, such as in the US, with the introduction of digital labels. They are addressing regulatory concerns, providing more information to customers, and they are also leading to supply chain initiatives for product traceability and visibility along the supply chain. So this makes accurate data and consistent data crucial across all access points for stakeholders. The Supply Chain Master Data Integrity Alignment Guide sheds light on the accountabilities and functions and usage of data across suppliers and retailers, as well as the level of accuracy required and the implications of inaccurate data at each level. And it also delves into how data points are defined and how they should be measured, and all the tolerances at different levels that are accepted by all stakeholders. And as I mentioned, this guide focuses on really foundational product information, such as shippers, inners, shelf-ready packaging dimensions, pallet tie height, pallet weight and height. And despite the apparent simplicity of these data points, several studies have identified that these are amongst the key contributors to errors along the supply chain. And as the saying goes, one cannot run before you can walk. So this applies to the efficient use of data within our industry. In 2021, after developing this guideline, we partnered with GS1 Australia to undertake a data review pilot program where suppliers and retailers compared specific key master data attributes for a representative sample of products. And this included data from retailer CRPs and WMS systems, supplier CRPs against the national product catalog from GS1 for a sample of 250 products across different categories. And these was all products that were supplied to Woolworths and Coles and Metcash. And the results were quite revealing. 32% of the SKUs analyzed had at least one variance between suppliers and retailers' WMS. 75% of the SKUs had different dimensions across distribution centers from the same retailers. 15% of pallet tie highs were misaligned between the supplier and retailer distribution center systems, and 59% of trade unit weights differed by more than 5% between the national product catalog and the retailer's core system. So what this pilot program found was that the more touch points data has, the greater the risk of finding errors or discrepancies along the supply chain. And while it's clear that these discrepancies are not stopping the supply chains, because you can still find your favorite product in your favorite supermarket, it comes at a great cost, and both in human resources and financial resources to get the things right. These discrepancies impact purchase orders, pallet and vehicle utilization, and it's leading to inefficiencies in automated distribution centers. So fast forward to 2022, the Australian Food and Grocery Council usually has a yearly supply chain survey and report to gauge our progress and to try to track how the industry is doing or how it's performing against the common delivery guidelines for industry, which basically maps all the areas of common aligned requirements for the safe and efficient use or path or flow of products through Woolworths, Metcash, and Coles network in their ambient and cold distribution centers. The latest report identified predominant issues in min-max shelf life, tie highs, and trade unit dimensions, particularly in ambient distribution centers throughout 2022. To address these challenges, the Trading Partner Forum has developed clear and simple one-page guides on key issues identified by retailers. These one-page guides outline the universal expectations by all major retailers, serving as a default requirement for all suppliers when individual agreements don't exist. So currently we have one-page guides on min-max shelf life, trade unit dimensions, and tie-high alignment. And we are expecting to have a reference checklist to assist suppliers, make sure that they comply with all the data requirements for new product introduction. Just in wrapping up, it's clear that data accuracy is not just a side thought, but it's a central pillar in modern supply chains. And it's the tool that ensures the seamless flow of product from manufacturer to shelf, enhancing the efficiency and reducing cost in a digitized economy. Collaborating with trading partners, it's a key to achieving these efficiencies. And by working together, we can identify and address inaccuracies, streamline processes, and ultimately deliver greater value to our customers. I invite you to go into our website where you can see all these insights. You can explore all the resources that we have developed for industry, and you can use these tools kind of like a way for you to drive performance with your teams, and it's a great tool for onboarding and training of new staff. And this is all for me. Thank you once again for your attention, and I'll pass on to Mark.